Outdoors.com. So listen when you can. You can also find us on Facebook. Just search Central Illinois Outdoors. Central Illinois Outdoors on Facebook or at centralillinoisoutdoors.com. We'll see you there.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome into the WTIM Morning Show. Thank you so much to our live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust and Landmark of Taylorville, streaming live on YouTube and on Facebook at WTIM Morning Show. Now I'm sitting down with Amanda Cunningham. She's a Youth Development Program Coordinator. How are you doing today, Amanda?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. We really appreciate you for coming in. And we're talking 4-H. We're talking all about the Christian County Fair. And they just wrapped up their biggest part of the year.
Yes, it was wonderful. These kids absolutely did amazing. I have to brag on all of them. They are wonderful kids. We got to finish our livestock show up on Wednesday, which we got to give the Stockman Award out on Thursday night. It was great. It was just a big show. I'm still learning, and I hope everybody was pleased with my work because I truly loved it. So, I mean, we got to give out our awards like Grand Champion, Gilt. We went to Sydney Bertolino, Reserve Grand Champion for Gilt, went to Isabella Pistorius. Grand Champion Barrow went to Cooper Bertolino. Reserve Grand Champion Barrow went to Isabella Pistorius. Senior Showmanship went to Emma Pistorius. Intermediate showmanship went to Carson Bertolino, and junior showmanship went to Emery Hedden. That was just in our swine. In goat, we had grand champion meat doe went to Levi Pollock. Reserve grand champion meat doe went to Elena Harker. Grand champion meat buck went to Brody Buzzard. Intermediate showmanship went to Elena Harker, and senior showmanship went to Brody Harker. Sheep, we had grand champion Riker Beckmeyer. Reserve grand champion went to Cade Beckmeyer. Grand champion Market Lamb went to Dalton Cruitt. Reserved grand champion for Market Lamb went to Olive Ryan. Grand champion Ram went to Ben Walmsley. And reserve grand champion Ram went to Abby Walmsley. And then senior showmanship went to Cade Beckmeyer. Intermediate showmanship went to Charlie Ryan. And junior showmanship went to Harper Ryan. And then beef, we had grand champion heifer to Cole Pollock. Reserve grand champion heifer Will Curtin. Grand champion steer Cole Pollock. Reserve grand champion steer Waylon Pollock. Senior showman went to Will Curtin. Intermediate showmanship went to Lane Blyler. And junior showman went to Peyton May.
Wow. That was everyone. And you have to just acknowledge every one of them because they worked absolutely so hard.
They did. I mean, taking care of animals are hard work, and then being able to work with them to show them is just as hard. So, and these kids have earned every bit of recognition. They deserve it.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're doing activities every single day that kids where I'm from would never even dream about doing the things that they do every single day. It's hilarious. We were talking earlier. Me and a coworker here, we got to go to Shelby County 4-H fair. We met some 4-Hers, and gosh, Amanda, these kids, it was just absolutely so amazing to see how they interacted with me and other people, their animals. What do you attribute that to?
A lot of it goes to their parents, of course. But they're just well-behaved kids. They have great manners. They have a good heart for what they're doing. And I mean, they absolutely love it. So if they're wanting to learn, they're hungry for it, they're gonna go for it all the way. They're gonna learn what they want to learn about it, and they're gonna go after it. And that's what I love about these kids.
Absolutely. And from such a young age, they kind of know what they want to do. That was one of my favorite questions, asking them, what's your next plan? Asking a 12-year-old what they want to do with their life. And they really did say that they enjoyed what they do on the farm. They like taking care of their animals, and they think they have like the touch for it. And they do. They spend all their time around these animals. Do you think they're setting them up for a good future?
Yeah, it is. And agriculture is one thing that is, it's always going to be there because we're going to need it. Because if you're hungry, clothed, you're going to need agriculture. But like, there's just so much of this to 4-H that's not just the agricultural side, because these kids, we want to spark their interest on whatever they're doing, whether it's cooking, robotics, floriculture, family heritage. They have so many things they can do with 4-H, and that can just spark their interest, like woodworking, welding, visual arts. They've done all of it, like, because we got to see a little of that in our general show too. We had some great projects. I'm gonna just touch base on a few of them. um I will say that if you were at our general show and you looked at our box, you should have really looked at our metal work, because the Shank brothers did amazing. They were awesome. One metalwork, one made a metal sheep, and it was immaculate. And then his brother did one that was like metal, and it looked like a potted plant. It was gorgeous. These kids are amazing. They amaze me every day.
Yeah, a metal sheep. I mean, they had to take welding. It had to take multiple different trades just to
And
do that.
yeah, and painted it. It looked awesome. They're awesome.
That's amazing. Another thing that people tend to forget with 4-H, it's not just agriculture. And that was another one of my favorite things to see, is these very agriculturally minded kids. Now they get to try out building a rocket, right, for the robotics, or maybe some woodworking. They get to make whatever they want. You see them have fun with that every single year?
Yeah, they do. They do. And they pick their projects based on what they enjoy, and that's the point. We want them to take what they like and just build from it. And that's what they get to do. If they keep at it from 8, by the time they are graduating from high school, they have got built a huge skill that can take them very far.
Totally. And 4-H really stays with these kids, and like you said, until they graduate high school. I had no idea it travels with them until they're really 18 years old, and Clover Buds is before that. So I mean, the age that you can stay with 4-H, it's great, and it provides them with some great structure. And as they get older, they get to take on more responsibilities, or less if they want to, at these shows. And what do you see from the older 4-Hers?
They are good guiders for the younger ones. They try to be a good example for them. They do, and they try to help. Like, if you go to livestock show, like, some of these kids have more than one animal showing in one class. Their friends are helping them show by handling one of the animals for them, and that's great. That is teamwork, and that is just wonderful things. Like, that's just a way to be a good sport and just helpful as a person in general. These kids are amazing.
Yeah, that's like 4-H mission right there, right? Like, I'm showing my animal here, and I need my friend that I met through 4-H to show it for me, because he knows how, and he won't do me wrong. That's really awesome. They're helping out each other. And yeah, I loved asking the 4-Hers that question, their favorite part about 4-H, and most of them, probably 99%, said the friendships they made.
Yeah, they do. They work with each other. They see each other all the time. We have kids that just went over to Scotland to judge it wasn't just Scotland, Europe. They went to Scotland, Ireland, and England, and and judged animals over there, and they've learned, like, how they do it differently there than we do it here. And they're wonderful. We have kids that are going on to be, like, we have Cole Pollock, who's going on to college for a full scholarship to be on their livestock judging team at a community college, and, like, they're taking it with them. That's the point of this whole program, is just to take it with them.
Yeah, that Cole Pollock, you said, correct?
Yes.
And what a perfect example right there of what a 4-Her can go off and do. Full scholarship, and he's going to be a livestock judge. That's so cool. And I want to talk a little bit about that trip some of the 4-Hers made to judge livestock overseas. How did that get started?
Well, they sparked their interest, and they have a livestock judging team, and they have a coach. So these kids' interest, they've done just so well that they have decided that's what they're going to do. And it takes time. Like, these parents put in a lot of time and money for these interests for their kids, and that also helps a lot. Like, I know a few, like, the kids that went, like Chloe Grant went, Emma Pistorius went. She's also going on to college. Like, she's, I think, an ambassador for livestock for her age, and she's also one that's excelled in it. Like I said, they get interested in it, and the parents just help them bloom. We try to give them the tools to help them as well, and it's just, a lot of it boils down to the kids themselves, though.
Totally. It's a team effort, of course, with the 4-H, the parents that need to get everything going for them as well. But especially you, we cannot forget about the program coordinator and everyone that's helping out these 4-Hers and getting them set. So we thank you for that around here. That's really awesome. We're sitting down with Amanda Cunningham. She's the youth development program coordinator for 4-H. It's been a great conversation so far, talking about 4-Hers and all their great accomplishments. We're going to take a quick little break here on the WTIM morning show. We will be right back.
Your information station, WTIM.
We are excited to announce our new project in Assumption, Illinois. This is Shalis Nagel, Executive Director of Kimmer Village. Join us August 13th from 2 to 4 p.m. at the First United Methodist Church in Assumption, 209 North Walnut, to see what we are planning. This cooperative effort with the Assumption Community Pride Association, Methodist Church, and Assumption Presbyterian Church and Kimmer Village will offer quality, licensed, not-for-profit childcare to our community.
It's been a year since cool hits from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s hit the air as 96.5thechill.com. So we're celebrating. Join host Randall J. Miller for a 4-hour show featuring your requests and your chance to win one of 6 $50 Greater Taylorville Chamber of Commerce gift certificates. It all happens Friday, August 4th from noon till 4 in the afternoon. Listen for cool hits at 96.5 FM in Christian County or worldwide on your computer or smartphone at 96.5thechill.com. It's the Chill's first anniversary show. Friday, August 4th from noon till 4 that afternoon.
The Taylorville Food Pantry needs our help. This is John Gardner, president of Taylorville Kiwanis Club, asking you to donate non-perishable food at the Kiwanis Club's weekly drive-through donation day this Saturday from 9 till noon at Miller Media Group Studios at 918 East Park in Taylorville. Kiwanis members will be on hand rain or shine, taking non-perishable food and monetary donations, with everything donated to the Taylorville Food Pantry. This Saturday from 9 to noon, our Taylorville Kiwanis drive-through donation day, benefiting our local food pantry.
Jim Stepp is the owner of Central Illinois Asphalt in Taylorville. With over 40 years in the asphalt paving business, he's still at it today, based in Taylorville. Don't trust fly-by-night pavers claiming they've got extra asphalt, then play gotcha. Call Jim Stepp at Central Illinois Asphalt for asphalt repair and sealing, and make your driveway or parking lot dust-free with recycled asphalt and environmentally friendly sealer that doesn't contain coal tar and other harmful things to your health. Reach Jim by Googling Central Illinois Asphalt Taylorville for quality work at fair prices. He's your local paver with over 40 years experience.
At Central Illinois Outdoors with me, Jared White, we want you to be a part of the program as well via the Archer's Alley Catch of the Week. Each week, we'll select one of your pictures submitted at centralillinoisoutdoors.com and invite you to tell your story of the great outdoors. We're looking for your kid's first catch or even your first big buck. There's a simple, easy form you can fill out on your phone or computer at centralillinoisoutdoors.com. Send us your story, send us your pic. centralillinoisoutdoors.com and the Catch of the Week, brought to you by Archer's Alley, North 22nd Street in Decatur.
Sign up for People's Bank and Trust Save by Spending Roundup program, and they'll round up your purchases to the next dollar, then transfer that change to your savings account. It's as easy as shop, enjoy, and save. Get details by clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Hi, this is Jeff Robinson from Advanced Title. Whether selling your home on your own or through your local realtor, please give us a call at 824-8007 for all your title work needs.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back into the WTIM information station. This is the WTIM morning show. You got Tim Zalabak in here, and we also have Amanda Cunningham. She's the youth development program coordinator for the U of I extension 4-H. Been a great conversation so far, talking about all the winners of the past 4-H livestock shows. And before we move any further, 4-H coming back to Pana. Miss Cunningham, what's that about?
We have right now, we don't have a group in Pana, a club, because we've just had plenty of kids interested, but we have also had lack of volunteers, unfortunately, to be able to run that group. Well, we have found one. So we will be having new clubs starting this month, in August 9th. It'll be the first meeting. It'll be at the Pana United Methodist Church at 6 p.m. and they'll continue on. It'll be the second Wednesday of every month is when they'll meet at. So we are trying to bring it back into the Pana and get some more kids from Pana involved in 4-H, because right now we just don't have a group. Some travel elsewhere to go, or they just don't go, and we just want to give them the opportunity to get to a club there.
Absolutely. Very exciting. 4-H coming back to Pana. That's really great. And you guys found a volunteer. Who is that?
Myself.
My goodness.
I have kids that also be in 4-H. They'll be Clover Bud age, so I will probably be sticking with it for quite a while.
There you go. That's hilarious, and you're being humble. This is a huge thing you're taking on right now. How do you feel about it? You ready for this?
I've always wanted my kids to participate in it because I do know how wonderful the program is. So that's why I was like, yeah, well, I'll definitely do it because I probably would have ended up doing it even if I wouldn't have took this job if they really needed me to.
Yeah.
Just to make sure my kids got into
Totally.
what they needed to do.
Totally. Saying we found one, it deceived me, and that was hilarious. You will be it'll be Amanda Cunningham working in Pana, so that's really
So if you have
awesome.
any questions, just shoot me an email or call me at the office. My email is cunn CUNN 2014 at illinois.edu. You can just shoot me an email or you can call the office if you have any questions.
Beautiful. All right, awesome. What's the number they can call you at the office?
It's 217-287-7246.
Beautiful. All right, so that's Pana. That's 4-H coming back to Pana, and it'll be our very own Amanda Cunningham, and you will be directing everything over there. That is really awesome. And we were talking about 4-H livestock shows, and another thing I wanted to mention was that those 4-Hers were extremely humble when they would they would win grand champion, and then they would come over and tell me, "Oh, I did good today." I said, "Well, what'd you win?" And they would say, "Oh, I won grand champion actually." And then I'd be like, "That's your reaction to that?" So that's really awesome. And more winners for the general show is the projects that were presented. Those projects really blew me away. Can you tell us about those projects and the winners?
Yeah, I mean, I can touch base here. Like one of the ones I'll skim over is the clothing show. That was amazing. Like Peyton May ended up being our best in show with the dress, but we also had two other participants who were also very good. The Zuko sisters, Molly and Adele. Molly's dress she took a thrift store dress she got at like a thrift store and made it her own and transformed it. So if you see a before and after picture when she has it on display, it was amazing. They're these kids, like I said, they're always something to brag about. They're taking it to state fair. We had plenty of other good great projects also. Those are just ones I kind of wanted to brag on a little bit. I mean, we had some photography, we had interior design, cooking. We have several of our kids going to the state fair for their cooking. Let's see, and we had woodworking. We had some great woodworking with birdhouses. We had a kid make a TNT box.
Very interesting.
Yes, it was, but they did good. It takes skill, and these kids are doing this at young ages. I mean, they are like some of these kids are 8 years old doing this. But we have like a lot of visual arts. We had people winning in fiber, so like crocheting. They have family heritage. We had the metal. We have clay. There was just so many different projects. If you had a chance to go look at the display at the fair when we had it on display last week, you would have loved it. It was beautiful, like just beautiful. These kids did.
Yeah, these project topics really span like every field you could ever imagine here, from the trades to photography, visual arts, and even sciences. I want to talk about the veterinary science one because that's a great little event there for projects. I saw 4-Hers using their own farm animals, the illnesses that these farm animals had, to do their project on, make a big poster board about it. That's huge. Those go to state fair.
Yeah, like our person that did that this year was Abby Erlenbush, but she can only take one project to state fair. She decided not to take her veterinary science. She's taking her a different project, but she's one of our kids that show, and then she did veterinary science. Like these kids, they're taking care of their animals. They're going to know how to treat it for the most part because you have to know, or else because you can't call the vet every single time just to do a simple thing. You have to go to the vet and get what you need and just do it yourself. I mean, she is one of the great kids that just dips her toes in about a little bit of everything.
Absolutely. That's really what these get 4-Hers to do. That's really awesome. Amanda, we got about a minute left here. Can you go ahead and name off any place people can go for information on 4-Hers or anything?
You can definitely go to the 4-H website. You can get a lot of information off that. Or you can come to me. I have some books that we call it Make It Spark books that it kind of shows you a little bit of what we do and what things that are options for you. Or you can just give us a call and ask me anything you want to about 4-H, really.
Perfect. Amanda, thank you so much for being in with us today.
All right. Thank you.
Absolutely. That's Amanda Cunningham. She's Youth Development Program Coordinator for the 4-H. It was a great conversation. Love talking about 4-Hers here. This will be about it for the WTIM Morning Show. Thank you so much to our live stream sponsors, People's Bank and Trust, and Landmark of Taylorville. You've been listening to the WTIM Morning Show.
Your information station, WTIM.
This was the WTIM Morning Show as we break and wait for the SRN Morning News. Thank you so much.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason. The U.S. economy did better than expected in the second quarter, growing at a 2.4% annual rate, according to the latest Commerce Department figures released this morning. Cost of borrowing is going up again. The Federal Reserve hiking its key short-term interest rate a quarter point, part of its ongoing bid to tamp down inflation. Amid fading poll numbers and momentum, Republican presidential candidate Ron DeSantis has fired more than a third of his campaign staff, that according to Politico. Senator